Single dad refused a job from a shouting CEO, her mother quietly listened in the corner. Daniel's hands trembled as he smoothed down his worn-out shirt, the same one he had worn to every job interview for the past 6 months. His 7-year-old daughter, Lily, squeezed his hand as they stood in the lobby of one of the city's largest corporations. This job could change everything: the sleepless nights of worry, the piles of unpaid bills, the countless sacrifices he had made to keep Lily's world from falling apart after her mother passed away 2 years ago. Today could be the start of a new life, or another heartbreak. The receptionist led him into a glass-walled office where a woman in a sharp navy suit sat behind a gleaming desk, tapping impatiently on her phone. Daniel introduced himself, but before he could finish, the CEO, Amanda Pierce, looked up with a hard stare. "You're late," she snapped, though Daniel was right on time. "I don't tolerate people wasting my time. Let's make this quick." Daniel took a deep breath, steadying his voice. He explained his experience: years in construction management, leadership skills, a spotless record of dedication and honesty. But Amanda barely listened, cutting him off repeatedly, her voice rising each time she spoke. "I need someone who won't whine about hours, pay, or family emergencies," Amanda barked. "This company comes first. If you want this job, you leave your personal life at the door. Understand?" Daniel glanced at Lily, who sat quietly in the corner of the room, clutching her little backpack. He thought about all the nights he had promised her that things would get better, that he would always put her first. He swallowed hard, his heart aching. He needed this job desperately, but not at the cost of his daughter's happiness. "I'm sorry," he said softly, standing up. "I can't take a job that asks me to choose between being a father and being an employee. My daughter will always come first." Amanda stared at him in disbelief. No one had ever turned down her offers, especially not someone clearly struggling to make ends meet. She was about to fire back another harsh word when a frail, elderly voice broke the tension. From the corner of the room, an older woman, Amanda's mother, whom Daniel hadn't even noticed at first, spoke gently. "Amanda," she said, her voice trembling with emotion, "let the man go." Amanda turned, startled. Her mother stood slowly, leaning on her cane, eyes glistening with unshed tears. "Do you remember," she continued, "when you were 6, and your father walked out because his boss told him family didn't matter? I had to raise you alone. I promised you would never grow up thinking that work was worth more than love." The CEO's confident facade cracked as her mother's words sank in. Amanda blinked rapidly, glancing from her mother to Daniel and the little girl holding his hand. She suddenly saw not a desperate job seeker, but a father clinging to his last shred of dignity for the sake of his child. For the first time, Amanda's voice softened. "Wait," she said, standing up. I didn't mean to come across that way. I've forgotten what really matters." She looked directly at Daniel, her tone sincere now. "If you'll still consider it, I'd like to offer you the job, but on your terms. Flexible hours, fair pay, and time with your daughter when she needs you." Daniel froze, stunned. After months of slammed doors and rejection, he had expected nothing but another disappointment. Slowly, he nodded, tears threatening to spill. "Thank you," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. Amanda's mother smiled, reaching out to touch Daniel's arm. "You reminded my daughter of something priceless today," she said softly. "Sometimes the best lessons come from strangers with kind hearts." As they left the office, Lily skipped beside her father, her laughter filling the hallway. Daniel glanced down at her, feeling lighter than he had in years. This wasn't just about a job anymore, it was about hope, about standing firm for what truly mattered, and about the unexpected kindness that can blossom in the most unlikely places. Back in the office, Amanda's mother turned to her daughter and whispered, "You have the power to change lives, Amanda, not just through money or success, but through compassion. Never forget that again." Amanda nodded, her eyes misty, silently promising to lead with humanity from that day forward. And Daniel, walking hand in hand with his little girl, realized something too. Sometimes saying no to the wrong opportunity opens the door to everything you've been praying for. That day, 3 lives changed, not because of power, or money, or status, but because one father had the courage to choose love above all else. And someone else finally remembered to do the same.